My mom, she likes Reba. Reba likes Christian more than she likes me, and she's always pointing out that Christian is in the Wall Street Journal and this and that, and Christian. And we learned later that she was raised by a narcissist to marry a narcissist. That is often the case. You often marry your father or your mother. And she was raised by a narcissist and married a narcissist. And she also lets us know that she's was very concerned, Ariba, that Sutton would not have enough money to keep her in the lifestyle that she is used to. Um, I gotta be honest with you, 300,000 a month times 12, $3.6 million a year. I think that's enough. I mean, is it enough like for the rest of your life if you're Sutton? No, but a year, it's enough for a year because you'll get another 3.6. You'll get another 3.6 the next month. So here we go. There is that. Come to Augusta with me. They are going, and her mother is 82, and Garcelle lets us know I don't have my mother. And when you don't have someone, just one more conversation, one more hug. I agree. I try not to think about things in my life. People that have passed, we don't get into that. Everyone thinks I talk all about myself all the time. I really say nothing about myself. I went out to eat last night with a friend to Bottega Louie. Anyone that lives, I'm sure if you're in the West Hollywood area, you've been there. We split the Caesar salad. My friend is sober, so he had sparkling water with cranberry on the side. I had two Grey Goose martinis, straight up chilled glass, lime twist. Now, if you don't have a lime twist, I prefer that, but I will take a lemon twist. If I ask for a lime twist and you don't have it and you don't bring me a lemon twist, but you bring me the actual lime. By the way, with my food, I don't care if I want it rare and you bring it well. Like, I don't give a shit. I never send things back. I'm very picky with my drink, so it has to be in a martini glass. If you don't have the big V-shaped glass, they don't. That's not really my preference. They had the French Coups, the little round glass, not my preference. But I need a twist. So if you don't have a lime twist and you can bring me a lemon twist, which I tell them, don't bring me the lime though. I'm not going to drink a martini with the actual lime like on the rim as if this is a margarita. Darling, no, no, thank you. But anyway, I did have the two Grey Goose with the lemon twist, and we split a Caesar salad. And then he had salmon, and I had the chicken parm. No carbs or anything, so we did good. Then I went home with a box of 13 macaroons. Macaroons are my favorite dessert, and they have the best macaroons. And I'm standing right there. My friend told me that unfortunately I am a fat ass. These gays in West Hollywood, let me tell you, I'm like, let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to live. The best one so far was the salted caramel, but I didn't get to the pistachio or the Earl Grey macaroon yet. And macaroons, they're just, I don't know, they're my favorite dessert. They have so much flavor and they're really pretty. But yeah, so that's that. The cotton candy macaroon wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. I'm saving the lemon and the Earl Grey and the pistachio for last because those I think are going to be my favorite. But the salted caramel was really gooey inside. Very big surprise. I didn't expect that one to be so good. But there we go. So that is that. They're going to see her. My point was last night when I was out with my friend, um, we started talking whatever. And he was like, wow, you're really opening up. You're so surface usually. Like, I've actually learned something about you. So I really don't say anything ever about myself, but I agree with Garcelle. Looking back, if you want to think of it, man, like just one more moment with those that we have lost that we love. It's very poignant and very true. Anyway, Bose makes the trip all the way from Highland Park, which is such a great location, all the way out to Dorit's house. No one should be watching this show and saying, why is Dorit's house so big and Bose's is smaller? That's because Bose lives in Ground Zero, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal location. Location, location, location. And Dorit, she's a little bit more on the outskirts. Anyway, I shouldn't judge. I shouldn't be a snob. Dorit lets us know that she was texting PK, something about Jagger. And sometimes when I hear the kids, I tune out. And PK said to her, I am at a friend's wedding. Have a nice day. You know, I really should text PK, who hopefully is listening to this. I really should, with no ulterior motive. I'm watching this show and like I think PK should come on this podcast and just they are doing him. Look, be Team Dorit, be whatever. But you have no control over the editing, and Dorit is the housewife. So PK is certainly not getting a great edit. I mean, and by the way, when we have a guest, it's a lot of work. I would have to do a lot of research, but I mean, I do it. This is my job. I really should text PK and have him on this podcast just to tell his own side of the story. Agree with Dorit, disagree. I don't want to cause any drama. I like PK, but I really need to have him on this podcast. I'm going to be back in LA in 3 weeks. Isn't that a good idea? Anyway, maybe we'll put it on Patreon only for you guys here. Anyway, um, where was I? So that he said, "Have a great day. I'm at a friend's wedding." Is that exactly how it happened? And he ain't making PK look so good. Anyway, they have not spoken since he stormed out of therapy, Dorit lets us know. And she says, what's going on? Do I need to be prepared for something? And of course, we're going to get more into this soon. She said that they haven't spoken since he walked out of therapy. And she basically walks around all day thinking, like, what if I get served divorce papers? Now, let's hold off on that conversation until we get into the scene with Erica. Aren't they getting divorced? This ain't no way to live. I certainly would be freaked the fuck out if I was living like this. So now we see Bose on a date with her man, Keely. And she says, in your late 40s, when you're single in LA, it's impossible to connect with someone. Yeah, yeah. And let me tell you, it's impossible in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It is just impossible to connect with anyone, to be very honest with you, in LA, and it's probably why I'm happy I'm leaving. And I've said this so many times. I've said this before, and I will stand by it. I will die on this hill. If I I've only been in LA really for like, I don't know what the hell year is it, 2025? What the fuck when the fucking hell did I come here? I've only been here for like 2 years. God, 2 years has gone fast, but I've only been here for 2 years. But if I, granted, I also don't live here full time, but if I moved here in my 20s looking for friends, like after college, and I would be I would fucking hate, I would be so miserable. I can't even imagine. Now, I moved to New York after graduating college looking for friends, and that ain't no cakewalk either. But there's something about New York and just the ease I mean, back then you could take the subway. Now, I don't know. I take it, but ain't so safe all the time. Although they now have all these new policemen that are, there's a whole movement where the police are going to be on the subway with you. Bring that on, please, and please let that be when I am in New York in about 2.5 weeks. So she says it's very hard to connect, and she's happy she met Keely. I hear you, girl. It's very hard to connect with anyone here. This is such a transient city. When I got back this time to LA 5 weeks ago, the first thing my building staff said to me was, "Oh, you're gonna see a lot of new faces." Now there are people I'm friends with in the building, but I mean, I'm like, I was